In all my years of watching football, I have never seen a Premier League champion, the reigning Premier League champions, beaten like that. In all of my years, Arsenal, from minute 1 to minute 90, just pumped Manchester City. I am lost for words. Declan Rice, incredible today. Martin Odegaard, captain's performance. Lewis Skelly, insane. Nwaneri off the bench with a fantastic strike. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video. Make sure you have that subscribe button. We are steamrolling our way towards 50,000 subscribers. We're about 105 away, 105 away from 43,000. So go down and hit that subscribe button. Arsenal 5, Manchester City 1. Let that sink in. It was only 1-0 at half time. 5 goals in the second half. Just ridiculous performance. When we talk about setting the tone, there is a bit of a rivalry forming between Arsenal and City. I know Arsenal haven't necessarily won the trophies. Man City have won the last 4 league titles, but it is getting a lot closer. Arsenal actually started unbelievably. But before I want to get into Martin Odegaard's goal, I want to talk about the lineup, because this lineup has been criticised a lot in recent times. Inconsistency with Gabriel Martinelli, Havertz not scoring in big games, Martin Odegaard not delivering captain's performances, a back four of Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis Skelly, obviously David Raya in goal, he picks himself. You know, he's that good. Odegaard, Partey and Rice, Martinelli, Havertz and Trossard. And this is the reigning Premier League champions. You think back to a couple of years ago when Manchester City steamrolled. They steamrolled Arsenal 4-1 at the Etihad. Arsenal haven't just done that. They have. That's an embarrassment. An embarrassment. To lose 5-1 against your rivals, against a team that is now, as far as I'm concerned, Arsenal have overtaken Manchester City right now, this season. I can't see a world in which Man City get anywhere near Arsenal. And I thought Arsenal got off to the perfect start. 1-0 from Martin Odegaard. And everyone criticises Havertz. Everyone turns around and say Havertz isn't that great. Havertz is a flop. Havertz isn't a striker. This and that. Havertz is washed. Havertz is finished. Well, he got a goal and an assist today against Manchester City. That's Manchester City's heaviest defeat in the Premier League under Pep Guardiola. Let that sink in. Arguably the greatest manager of all time. Kai Havertz lays it off to Martin Odegaard in the second minute to set the tone, to go out there early, make a mark, get stuck in early doors. And they were absolutely insane today. Like, when you look at the start of the game, when before it even kicked off, I said on the Top 6 show on the Football Terrace, Arsenal win 2-1. I never thought they'd go out there and do that. But after the first goal went in, I thought, City don't look at the races. And I said that after 5 minutes. Ends half time. Kai Havertz has a really good chance. Could have made it 2-0. But he put it wide. Goes into half time 1-0. And I speak about this all the time, about how important the first 15 minutes in the second half are. I say this, you got Arteta's team talk is ringing in your ears. It's ringing in your ears. And you've got an early goal from Erling Haaland, a good ball into the box, and it was a good finish. Let's not beat around the bush. It was a good finish from Erling Haaland. The response from that, the following minute, a big player for Arsenal steps up, Thomas Partey, a decent strike outside the box, deflects off John Stones. Just that 60-second period tells me everything you need to know about Arsenal. As great as Liverpool are right now, Arsenal aren't going anywhere. And if somehow, some way, tomorrow they bring in a striker or they bring in a forward, this is going to go all the way. It's officially a two-horse race now. Take everyone else out of the fold. It is Arsenal versus Liverpool. A great strike from Thomas Partey makes it 2-1. And then Lewis Skelly, 18 years of age. What a fucking player he is. An absolutely insane player. Ridiculous. He's got all the credentials right now to be one of the best fullbacks in the league. Declan Rice plays in a ball at pace, takes a touch, puts it in the back of the net. Keeper should have done better, but it's a decent finish all in all. They make it 3-1. Arsenal don't lie down. They carry on going. Kai Havertz, Martinelli plays in a good ball. Decent touch from Havertz. Left foot, back of the net, 4-1. But the goal of the match, the moment of the match, when we talk about this kid right here, Ethan Nwaneri, for me, has got so much natural ability. He's finishing. His ball manipulation. His first touch. He's always in the right area at the right time. At 17 years of age, in the Premier League, to score a goal of that quality, it's insane. He did that against Girona midweek. First Champions League goal. We're talking about a player right now. Like when he scored a couple of goals against Bolton, no one really took a huge amount of notice. Then he scored a goal against Preston. Yeah. Then he scored a goal in the Premier League. Then he scored a goal in the Champions League. Now he's scoring against Manchester City. People need to take Nwaneri seriously. 17. Stepping up for Arsenal. Off the bench. And then after that, they took off Odegaard. And they won the game 5-1. That is a statement of intent. They're not going anywhere. They're still 6 points behind Liverpool. And don't get me wrong, at this stage of the season, Liverpool will be favourites. Because if Liverpool win that game in hand, they are 9 points clear. But Arsenal right now are focusing on themselves. They're doing all the right things. And every single player is performing. Everyone said their title was over after Bukayo Saka got injured. Nwaneri stepped up. Odegaard stepped up. Havertz has stepped up. Martinelli stepped up. Trossard has stepped up. I'm going to stay consistent. They need to bring a player in tomorrow. But as it stands right now, they are performing very, very, very well. And I think a lot of people, right now need to look at them and just think, from a Manchester City perspective, that fear factor has gone. It's gone now. The City that used to bang goals with De Bruyne, that used to bang goals with Foden, that fear factor's gone. Manchester City right now had a great opportunity to extend that gap over Newcastle and be on 44 points and close the gap. They've just thrown that away. From a Manchester City perspective, they need to take a long, hard look at themselves and realise that they aren't the team they used to be. They conceded 5 goals against Arsenal. In my life, I have never, ever seen the reigning Premier League champions beaten like that. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like, we're looking at right now a team where we're looking at a team that need 2 players to go out there and win the league. If they bring a left winger and a striker in, I'd back Arsenal to win the league. But right now, that's an embarrassment. An absolute embarrassment. Lewis Skelly and Odegaard are insane. Declan Rice, for me, man of the match. In terms of Arteta, I think he got his game plan perfectly. But they have to keep this going. They've got a really tough game against Newcastle midweek, where they could be out of the League Cup if they're not careful. A really tough game. But if they play like that today, why can't they come back? Why can't they go and win the League Cup? Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you have that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts down below. Arsenal 5, Manchester City 1. Thank you all for watching. I am.